4 public officials arrested for demanding a bribe from a contractor who had already done the work. This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how a sting operation at a primary school exposed a shocking extortion scheme and what this tells us about the fight against corruption in Kenya. Meet the contractor, a hardworking Kenyan who completed 3 crucial projects at Ksh300K Primary School: a modern kitchen, landscaping, and the renovation of an administration block and 6 classrooms. The work was finished on January 31, 2026. All that was left was to get paid the 9.1 million shillings owed. But here's the twist. The very committee meant to approve the payment allegedly blocked it. And then, they demanded a price for their signature. But here's what nobody's talking about. This wasn't a backroom deal in a fancy office. This alleged crime happened at the school itself. The very place meant to benefit from the contractor's work. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission received a report. And on February 23, 2026, the complainant met with 3 of the suspects. Their reported demand: 300,000 Kenyan shillings. Pay up or the payment gets blocked with unnamed issues. Imagine that. You finish a job, you're waiting for your money to pay your workers and your suppliers, and then the gatekeepers ask for a cut. That's not just bureaucracy, that's extortion. And then something shocking happened. The EACC didn't just take a statement, they mounted a full undercover sting operation. Just 2 days later, on February 25th, the operation was set. The location: Ksh300K Primary School. The bait: 250,000 shillings in cash. And as the 4 committee members allegedly took the money, EACC officers moved in. Anamugu Ray and Joe Roje. Susanwan Jiru Muchiri, Stephen Waititu Mungai, James Kibe NG-Gay, all arrested on the spot. They were escorted to the Integrity Center for processing and later booked at Kilimani Police Station. Here's the part that will blow your mind. These suspects were not high-flying national politicians. They were local NG-CDF Committee members in Gatundu North. The National Government Constituency Development Fund is meant to bring development directly to the people. It's supposed to be transparent, it's supposed to be clean, but this case suggests the rot can reach right down to the school gate. And the stakes? For the contractor, it was 9.1 million shillings on the line. For the school children, it was the quality of their learning environment. For public trust, it was another blow. The suspects were later released on cash bail of 40,000 shillings each. But this story doesn't exist in a vacuum. This comes just days after EACC detectives arrested a Ksh300K member of County Assembly and 2 former county officials in a separate, massive fraud case. Alleged fraudulent payments there: a staggering 51,495,516 shillings. So we have to ask, is this a sign of a renewed crackdown, or just a glimpse of business as usual? Some will see the sting operation as a win. A sign that the EACC is working and that no one is too small to be caught. Others will see it as a depressing symptom. If you can't get paid for building a school kitchen without a bribe, what hope is there for bigger projects? The tension is clear. On one hand, arrests are being made. On the other, the demands keep happening. But here's the final, unanswered question. If a committee of 4 feels bold enough to allegedly demand a bribe at a primary school, how many other contractors are facing the same silent tax? How much does corruption add to the cost of every classroom, every road, every hospital built in Kenya? The 4 are out on bail. The investigations continue. But the real trial is for public confidence. Do you think sting operations like this are enough to stop corruption at the local level? Or is the system too broken? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more breaking news that impacts your life and your community.